Hey, how's it going, guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toasty Bros, and today we're looking at one of the most expensive Chromebooks we've ever seen, and it's RGB.
Yeah, this is a gaming Chromebook. You heard it right. This thing has RGB, it has a higher resolution display and high refresh rate display, and it's designed for gaming. Why the heck does this exist? Well, we're about to find out, but first, a word from today's sponsor.
What many people don't know is Jackson and I are both college graduates, and our education played a huge part in ensuring the success of our YouTube channel and PC selling business. You can jumpstart your success in what you're passionate about through university, and today's video sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University, can help you find your dream career. SNHU is one of the largest accredited nonprofit online degree offerings in the country, with over 200 degree programs that can get you started or advance with credits you already have. If you have a passion for technology, you can get started in a career in programming with a software engineering degree and learn popular programming languages like Python, Java, C++ through visual cloud-based work environments to give you direct access to the tech you need for your career. Head on over to snhu.edu/toastybros or click the link in the description to learn more and get started with your future career today. Big thanks again to SNHU for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into it, shall we?
So this laptop has the i5 1240p, which we've actually seen before, and it's a really good 12th-gen CPU that has some really good Iris Pro Xe graphics on it. And on top of that, it has RGB, it has a high refresh rate, although it's a Chromebook, so that means it's running Chrome OS, not Windows. But they really market this laptop as a GeForce Now style gaming experience, so you want to actually play online games where you're not physically playing them on the laptop, you're streaming them to the laptop. So it's a little bit of a weird concept because this thing is well over $400. I'm talking like over $100 more. So right now at the time of recording, it's $550, and originally it was $650, and that's about what we got it for. So it definitely sounds like a really weird deal on paper, but maybe it'll shock us.
So yeah, what we're gonna go ahead and do is open this thing up and figure out what kind of games we're gonna play on it. Obviously, we're gonna try game streaming because that's what this thing is advertised for, but I wanna find a way to play something other than just games from the Google App Store or a game on a web browser. So yeah, let's open it up and see what's inside.
I mean, yeah, when I saw this thing, I just was like, how do you even find this? You know, like it's just such a weird laptop, because if it had Windows on it and it was a little cheaper, it'd be a pretty good normal laptop. I mean, it'd be like a slim, portable, long battery life, semi esports gaming laptop. But as of right now, it's like Chrome OS on a laptop that's over $500. Sounds really fishy, really weird, but I don't know, maybe Chrome OS has came a long way. We've only checked it out a couple times actually with some other Chromebooks we did, but they were half this price or even less. Definitely a bigger Chromebook. I think this is actually a 15.6 inch, that's my guess at least.
It was a 16 by 10 display, so you got the extra vertical height.
Yeah, and we got a 120 hertz 2560 by 1600. We have RGB anti-ghosting keyboards. The keyboard will be RGB. We have 4x force canceling speakers, so this should have some good speakers on it. 2.5 gigabit Ethernet jack to help.
That'll be useful.
Yeah, and I mean, that makes sense. And then obviously I think we're probably gonna have like Wi-Fi 6E on this, and then HDMI 2.0 for display out. Let's talk about the ports real quick. Usually Chromebooks don't give you a lot, but this one actually looks pretty expandable. So we have a USB 3, we have an HDMI out, we have a USB-C out, which might be the charger. Yeah, that's the charger. So this thing has another USB-C on the other side that can also be used as a charger, a Ethernet jack, and then a combo headphone jack, and then a battery charging indicator. On the back, just ventilation, and on the front, it's also pretty basic, so it looks cool. I'm just like, man, the price is just insane to me on this, but I want to see what this thing looks like. You pay a premium for a good screen on a laptop too, by the way. Like, not going 1920 by 1080p, you're usually adding 10 to 30% cost to have a nice high refresh rate screen on a laptop.
But yeah, now it's time to plug it up and see what the RGB looks like, because it's just kind of hilarious. A Chromebook that's normally designed for being like a $200, $300 system for school use or things like that actually has RGB.
Yeah, the RGB, we did find that, like, I don't even know if the camera can see it.
You can kind of, okay, you can see from this angle.
Can you? Yeah, so I mean, it seems like in the dark, it's probably pretty nice, but like in the light, it's almost irrelevant, which is fine. I mean, I didn't really expect it to be like super bright or anything, but hey, it is an expensive laptop. But we got into Chrome OS really quick. It took about maybe 3 minutes of setting up. So it's a little quicker than getting into Windows for sure. But yeah, we have like the Play Store, YouTube, photos. So if you have like a Google phone especially, this would be really cool for you because you can directly hook it up, kind of like a, iMac or MacBook Pro to an iPhone.
Yeah, it does seem to come with a launcher program on the far right, right there, that allows you to explore cloud games. So GeForce Now, we got Amazon Luna. We did a video on Luna before as well. That's another thing you can use. I mean, it looks like you can, yeah, it looks like GeForce Now is probably already installed installed. So that's one that we do have access to, and you can use for free for a short period of time if you want to try it yourself. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see the latency on a high refresh rate display. Is that actually going to be a good experience, or is it going to be kind of a struggle? But you do get a lot of games on here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I do want to also see if this laptop is supported in the Steam beta, because there are some Chromebooks out there that you can natively install Steam on. I was doing some research while we were setting this thing up. Haven't seen anything yet. There might not be support for 12th gen Intel yet, but if we do have that, then we have the whole Steam library, and it'll just use like Linux compatibility to install games. And at that point, then this thing can actually play games and not just be, well, a streaming device. So we'll get to that.
Apex Legends, and we're running at the native resolution at like pretty much like high medium settings, but yeah, Matt has some explaining to do about what we're actually doing right now.
Yeah, so this isn't native gaming through Steam. We're actually using GeForce Now. We did end up paying for the RTX 3080 version, which is like 20 bucks a month. Would allow you to get up to 1440p 120 hertz game streaming on this thing. Because I mean, if you're gonna have the screen and the high refresh rate, because if you're gonna have a laptop with a 1440p 120 hertz display, you definitely need to push that. And I would recommend doing this on Wi-Fi, or if you have a low like internet connection, because even then, running the 2.5 gig right now on Ethernet, you're still gonna experience that game streaming latency.
Man, I was excited because I just thought this was gonna be like a lot better. Like quality-wise, it looks amazing. Like I'm extremely impressed. Like if I was playing a campaign, this would be awesome. Like I'd be super hyped, but I mean, gosh, it just feels, maybe I can get some of, I don't know if you can see the mouse right now, but like it looks weird because it looks like it's really accurate. And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be good. But then as soon as I'm like in the game and moving, it feels like there's probably about half the normal time delay, or double, I should say, what I'm used to. So it's definitely weird.
This man is committed to sniping. He's gonna hit a snipe.
I upped the mouse sensitivity a little bit, and that seems like it kind of helped. It's just weird because like I'm used to always playing on a certain sensitivity that I put, but it almost felt like it was just so delayed. So I don't know. Maybe it's literally something like I'm just stupid and I had the DPI low, and it's not as bad as I thought it was. Oh. Dude, I'm of no use. Oh, there we go. I am curious though, if McAllister leaves this in the video, if anyone in the comment section down below has bought a more expensive Chromebook like this, and what was your reasoning for it? And do you actually really like it, and maybe we're missing something, or is this just kind of like a kind of stay away from item? I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Game streaming.
I just can't turn, man.
Oh my. Well, there's Apex.
Yep. Definitely the best game streaming I've ever had. I will say that. I know I talked a lot of crap, but it's just still not to a point where like I would ever tell someone this is a good idea for multiplayer games. But like if you're like doing like GTA RP or Skyrim online with like other people or other campaign games, then I think this is more than adequate. Let's go to the next one.
All right, guys, now we're in a game that is, well, probably better for game streaming. This is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and I'm trying to remember how to play this game. I beat the whole game about 3 or 4 months ago. Fun game, and this is definitely something that I could see being a good option for game streaming because you don't need the super fast reaction time. It is a little bit fast. It's kind of a Souls-like game in a way. So you have to be able to like, you know, block stuff and hit or whatever, but it's not as like demanding as a multiplayer game, first-person shooter. And it looks awesome. I mean, it looks just as stunning as my system with a 2080 Super and I think it was 5800X natively running at 1440p. This looks great. I think the game streaming is great for it. Now I will reiterate once again, it is kind of weird that you're gonna pay $650 or $550 plus $20 a month to play at 1440p. While yes, there are very little laptops on the market that can do this kind of performance compared to game streaming, like an RTX 3080, you're still gonna have a better experience overall running natively, even if it's lower settings or 1080p, because it's gonna be natively on the device. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're going to switch over to playing natively on Steam, and I kind of already cheated a little bit and played a bit. It's kind of a mess, I'll be honest with you. So you most definitely are gonna wanna, well, just avoid that. Let's just go ahead and show you what it's like. All right, guys, so as I mentioned, we have Steam installed. Yes, this isn't Photoshop. This isn't some video stuff. It is Steam and running on Chrome OS. It actually works. Just a quick, like brief demonstration on how we actually installed this. You have to be in developer mode, and after you're in developer mode, you basically go through the command prompt and run this like line of code that basically installs Steam. Boom, you're good to go. And then from here, you're in the Steam beta. Now, once you have Steam installed in Chrome OS, you need to know that you can only run games that natively run on Linux. So as you can see right here, games that run on Linux, Apex Legends actually is supported. We were talking about that, but it is supported. But what we went ahead and did was install a couple games that I've heard is supposed to work pretty well. CSGO and Valheim, a very weird collection of games. But CSGO, I'll just tell you, wasn't running very great, and we'll go ahead and show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, well, Chrome OS is going to Chrome OS because we've already tried this once and it already crashed, and so far, wow, this is looking lovely. So great. We are running a 1080p, by the way, not the native 1440p resolution, and I'm having weird things with my mouse. Not really, oh, I actually killed BotGram, imagine. But my mouse is like not really working half the time. Can I play with my trackpad? Like it just, look how like jarring it is. You all probably can't see the FPS very well. There is no like overlaying software in Chrome OS, but we're going between like 60 and 40 FPS. Oh goodness. Yeah, this is, I already have a headache and this is giving me a bigger one, so. All right, that's CSGO. Let's just try, I don't know. I'm gonna look at the list and find something else. I really don't wanna watch Valheim. So Bean Battles. This is the only game you're allowed to play. And guys, you're missing out if you've never played Bean Battles, by the way. Bean Battles has never looked so good. Okay, the mouse thing is still present, where it's just randomly like stuttering. Can I beat this enemy? We're not against bots now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Oh man, that was a professional. No! How'd you get a gun? We're just gonna do short bursts of different games so y'all get variety. Next.
All right, guys, so we actually have Shadow of the Tomb Raider up and running, and it's, again, 29 FPS. Not gonna look great. We're at 1920 by 1200. I'm gonna see if the benchmark will actually run. We did try launching this once already, and when we did, it kept crashing. So I think the moral of the story is, the Steam beta works, but you're not gonna have a very good gaming experience. It's just gonna be an alpha, for lack of a better term. It's not running in its full state. Maybe in the future it'll work much better, but right now, kind of a mess. And if you are gonna buy this thing, you really should only buy it for game streaming or just to have a very premium Chrome device. I feel like the only reason somebody would buy this device is if they absolutely love Chrome OS and just want something that natively runs Chrome OS and also can do some game streaming on the side. Very small use case amount of people in my opinion, but we're gonna go ahead and let this benchmark run and see if it actually runs, and then we'll just wrap this video up real quick. Uh-oh, we're going, and oh my, 23, 24, oh wow. Even on lower end systems, I have not seen Shadow of the Tomb Raider behave like this. Not ideal. Again, let's just wrap this video up real quick.
All right, guys, so we just got done benchmarking and also game streaming on this Acer Chromebook, and we don't really have a great answer for you guys on, you know, why or how this exists. At $550, obviously it's a little better than what we paid. We paid $650, but realistically, something like this almost feels like it should be like still $300 to $400 to me. But I don't know, there might be a market for you.
And the hardware is actually good. You have a really good screen, you got pretty decent build quality, decent speakers, you got the high refresh rate display. And if you're a tinkerer out there, there is a way you can install Linux on these devices. It's not gonna be Windows, but if you're someone who wants to get into Linux and maybe buy one of these at a cheap discount and have a Linux laptop with a high refresh rate 1440p display for about 500 bucks, that's not that bad of a value proposition. But yeah, I still really don't know 100% who the market is for this, because it's trying to do a lot of different things while not being great at any of them. So if you want to shop for this laptop or another Chromebook, check the link down below and it'll be a affiliate link and will help us out. We do highly suggest cheaper Chromebooks though. It's a really good option for someone using a school laptop that doesn't really want to deal with Windows or, you know, have virus risks or things like that. It's a very locked down ecosystem and would be good for somebody's first PC.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Now at PCBros.tech, we are gonna have to sell this thing. Like I said, we paid $650 for it, but not only are we running discount codes, we're also gonna severely discount this thing because it's a little weird and goofy.
PCBros.tech, we sell a bunch of stuff we review here on the channel, and we have some stuff exclusive to PC Bros, whether it's a gaming PC, gaming laptop, or so much more. And through the month of December, if you use code SANTA5, you can save 5% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Peace out.